Hi there, I am Chris. You're watching Watson and Chris. I just tried to take a video with Watson, but then things got all screwed up. I'm tired. I'm tired today. So this is day 6 of me coming off of bupropion after more than 20 years. Today has been a good day, like the last couple of days. Feeling better, not having a bunch of weird side effects like I was expecting, or not as many. Uh, so I've been having energy off and on. My mood's been fairly stable, not too many dips, a few peaks. I have been listening to music and wanting to dance around a little bit, so that's always a good sign. Yeah, but I'm also tired, so I've been sleeping a lot, and then get some energy, do some stuff, and then I've got to sleep for like an hour in the late afternoon just to be able to function. So, uh, but overall things are going really pretty good, and yeah. So right now I'm on track for this will be going into the second week on the 75 milligram dose, and I'm hoping a week from Monday I'll be able to drop it all together, and then expect a couple of bad weeks after that. At least one bad week's worth of effects. So again, I've not had the time to do the things that I keep saying I want to do and get done, like posting videos of Watson and getting into the comments and really trying to interact with you guys more. Um, but yeah, hey, super happy to have anybody watching these videos at all. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have anybody watch these and not post horrible negative things, which even that's feedback. So whatever. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna keep this kind of short today. Not gonna ramble like yesterday. Boy, so that's one thing I've noticed when I'm coming off of meds. I get a little bounce back, uh, high energy, where I'm feeling good, but it's kind of like a almost not quite hypomania, but getting in the ballpark there where you feel good and a little better than you should sometimes, and you can get kind of some racing thoughts and stuff like that. But that's not happening too much. I've been pretty stable, which is surprising. So there's some stresses coming up this week with some stuff going on, and there's always something to worry about. But the Buse bar seems to keep me from worrying too much about things, and that's good. And I haven't had to medicate myself with anything else today to treat symptoms of stuff. So my not having the lightheadedness like I was able to walk around some, walk the dog a bit. But it's been hot and muggy and then rainy, and so there's just a little bit of time in the evenings when it's really nice out, and then at night. So I'm doing most of my dog walking at night now, which is just one block for like 9, 10 o'clock usually. But yeah, I've been having fun. Got to pet a lot of dogs today. Taking him out. Saw some of the friendliest neighborhood dogs that are just absolute sweethearts. You just pet them and they just flop on the ground and have a great time. And Watson loves it too. He loves seeing all his doggy friends and his people friends. Uh, yeah, I was having some trouble with some of the video editing I was trying to do, and yeah, because this is just pure raw using just recording straight from the Windows camera app. So hence the quality and whatnot. But yeah, maybe someday this will turn into a professional operation, or I'll get a real job. That would be nice too. Uh, so a little more background on what's been going on with me lately. I have not been able to work for a while from a lot of these side effects and weird things I'm having. And one of the reasons I'm coming off of the drug is to try to get me back to a more stable. It's kind of funny coming off of ibuprofen to get more stable, but I'm not able to function in a lot of ways that I should be. Physically, uh, just don't have the physical strength that I should, and endurance. And I cannot do stuff in the heat. I can't spend too much time outside doing things. It just completely wipes me out, and I get super dehydrated easily, and it's, it's, uh, 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 crappy. Other than the thinking too, Yeah, it all comes back to the chronic fatigue thing. Thinking and the physical activity and mental activity are both exhausting. And there's some stuff that I miss being able to have a clear head and really solve problems. But I've really kind of just broken down the last couple times I've tried to do some hard stuff online. Some potential job related stuff, and it was too hard. It was too much for my brain to handle, and that's not good. I can't live like that. I need to not be broke. Burn through my life savings and everything the last couple of years. Just trying to deal with my health issues and trying to help take care of my family. My dad had a stroke last year and spent a lot of the year down at, they made multiple trips down to Florida to help take care of him and do stuff, and ended up not getting as much stuff done as I planned because a lot of it was just sitting with my dad and trying to make sure his medications are straightened out and that he's seeing the doctors he's supposed to see. And that's a challenge because other family members have been real sick and have I'm not going to go into the whole family thing. Maybe someday, but it's a real nightmare. It's a real stressful thing. A bunch of people suffering and not a lot that any of them can do to get out of the situation. So a lot of people just feeling stuck where they are. And I'm not able to do everything that I'd like to help. And really, I mean, honestly, this is like a crazy sounding thing. I think I need to start like an old folks home for my family. Just get like some big house, piece of property, apartments and stuff on it, and just hire some nurses to come in and take care of people. That would be my dream. Just arranging for the care of my family members who all can't really live completely on their own because everybody needs help with one thing or another. A lot of folks with medical problems, a lot of health problems, a lot of big freaking mess going on there. But yeah, so I haven't even looked to see how many people have watched the video from yesterday, but that was really long. That went on like a half hour before I even realized it. Didn't realize until I was going to sleep that night how much I was rambling and kind of jumping to different topics. And but again, all this is kind of to show what my state of mind is, how my brain is functioning. So you can see me going from I don't want to do nothing to I'm going to talk for a half hour within just a couple of days. And maybe someday some therapist or shrink will sit down and watch all these videos and they would actually figure out what's wrong with me and how to fix it. That's the more important thing. But yeah, so things are going pretty good. But I do anticipate that this next week will be pretty smooth, that I'll be fairly stable, probably have some ups and downs, some mood swings, because I just kind of do. And with the heat and humidity right now, I'm just going to be tired every day pretty much. But I'm hoping next week, so I do think I'm going to try to get back into working out because I've not had the energy or the motivation to do anything. But I do a little light strength training, and even a little bit consistently makes a huge difference. And I've lost some muscle mass and put on some body fat in the last 6 months from not working out like I was. And I was looking pretty good. My arms were getting bigger, my shoulders wider, and dropped a full waist size. And yeah, that's a whole thing I can get into at some point. But we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. For now, God has been good today. God is good every day. Some days you notice it more than others. And yeah, so I'm starting to space out now. I need to go do something with food, cook dinner. All right, I'm going downhill real quick now. Okay, so that's day 6. Tomorrow will be day 7. There'll be a full week on the lower dose, and we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But I expect it to go about like today. So thanks everybody for watching this. Hopefully it's. I don't know how this could help people, but if somebody's going through similar things or they're worried about coming off of medication that they've been on for a while, I'd like them to see this and be like, hey, it's doable. It's not necessarily going to be as bad as you think. And for me, I'll talk about this for a minute. So when I was on Effexor 26 years ago, 26, 27 years ago, ended up on the maximum dose, and it was having no beneficial effect and ridiculous side effects. I mean, if you miss the dose by if you're an hour too late, you'd start to feel the withdrawal symptoms from it. And that's why docs call it side effects. When it worked, it was good. For some people, it works well, but I've known a lot of people, so probably half the people I know that have been on it have had horrible, terrible side effects. Yeah. But coming off of that was an absolute nightmare. I think that might have been 1999. Jeez. What's that? Yeah. So I was in school at that time and had to take like the rest of it, like half a semester off, and just because I knew it was going to be bad and it was going to be really horrible, and it was an absolute freaking nightmare. It was a good month of just freaking out, pretty much. Everything was going wrong. Couldn't move my head around, couldn't walk around the house, had a decent appetite and was sleepy all the time, but couldn't walk the dog around the block. I couldn't really drive to the store unless I really absolutely needed something, and then it was difficult. And I mean, for a couple of weeks there, it was impossible to do anything really productive, and I just sort of stocked up on food and stuff, and a bunch of snacks and sweets that I knew I'd want to eat, chocolate covered donuts, that kind of thing, to kind of help comfort my way through it. And it was hard. It was a lot of crying, a lot of tears, a lot of ups and downs, physical misery, mental misery. And the only thing that kept me going through it was that I knew that it would end. I knew that this was temporary, that this was going to stop. These symptoms would in fact stop within a relatively known time frame. If it wasn't for that, I would have ended my life. If I had gone through that and not known that that was going to end, I would not have put up with it for. I probably would have made it 2 weeks, and no, I'm done. And I don't ever want to go through anything like that again, because I was unable to be myself or feel like myself in any way. And that was just to get off of the one drug. I don't even remember what went on after that, but it was, once I got stable, it was okay. But I did have a bad bounce back hypomanic episode after that. So I think they were calling me, saying I was bipolar type 2 at that point because of that episode, but that was just a rebound effect from coming off of the medication and going on to new one. And the hypomania was not pleasant. I had a ton of energy. I was up early. Wanted to do stuff all the time. But it wasn't real. It wasn't a real natural drive to be productive and do stuff. It was more like my brain was not quite racing, but always pushing and moving towards to get something, just to keep moving, just to keep going. And that was kind of okay. most of the time, but also, especially like looking back at it, it's like, ooh, yeah, ended up like spending a bunch of money I didn't have and stuff like that. That made sense at the time. And in hindsight, it's just crazy. I actually noticed a lot of that this year. There's been a few times when I've done things, and then when I have like a moment of clarity and look back at it, I'm like, that was not rational. The decision making there did not follow normal rational decision making procedures where if I do A, then B will happen. It was, oh, I'm going to do A because C will happen, right? And then you look at it and you're like, no, that was never going to happen. That was never going to work out that way. You should have seen that. And that bugs me. That really bothers me. That my class is being weird. Okay. All right. So it has been more than 15 minutes now of me talking and rambling. I gotta say, compared to so I was fearing that I would have something more like an experience more like coming off of Effexor, coming off of bupropion after all this time, and it has been nothing like that. So if you've had a bad experience with Effexor, and you're thinking of coming off another drug, it's good chance it's not going to be as bad. Real good chance, unless it's something. I have specific goals, and I'm achieving those goals so far. So, yeah, it'd be nice to have. I really, one thing that I hope that this does is help me have more regular bowel movements, because medication I'm on for my migraines causes bad constipation, and that landed me in the hospital. Well, contributed to me ended up in the hospital a month ago. And especially at my age, this is going to sound gross to some people, but trust me, man, once you get over 40, fiber becomes extremely important, and you can't count on pooping when you want to or when you need to. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. And for me, that's like once a week, and that's not good. That's for a lot of reasons. So I'm hoping that improves. Some of the other digestive stuff too. But so far, so good. I'm going to wrap this up. 20 minutes. Gosh, when I get going, I just don't shut up. Okay. All right. Well, God bless all y'all watching this, and I'll be back tomorrow. And next week, this might actually get better as I get more of my energy back and more of my focus, and I might actually get some stuff done that I keep intending to get done to make all this better. Okay. God bless. See y'all tomorrow.